I am a dark-skinned woman, right? If I had to choose what color my children would be, I mean, hey guys, welcome to our channel. If you are new, if you are not new, welcome back, Sugar and Spice gang. My name is Sugar, this is Spice. So today we have something special for you, something different than what we usually do, non-show related, type activity. We are breaking down a short film called The Right Choice, and it touches on a lot of issues that we have to deal with. So we just thought it'd be interesting to break this video down. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified whenever we do new videos. Also, make sure you follow us on all our socials above my big head, at Sugar and Spice 88 on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. All right, let's get into it. What's our signal? Wow.
Look at that.
Look
at this up there.
It's creepy as hell. That's what nightmares are made of.
Just so lovely. This is so exciting.
Hello there. So sorry we had to meet in here. One of those human rights activists threw a brick through my office window last night. Glass everywhere. Now, you are Mr. and Mrs. Dimka.
That's us.
Welcome to the Arbitreo Clinic. I will be your personal advisor, advising you through this incredible journey we're embarking on.
We're very excited.
As you should be. Here at the Arbitreo Clinic, we take great pride in designing babies that perfectly meet your needs. It's so nice when people are open to new methods of procreation. Not that there's anything wrong with the usual boy-girl way. After all, before I came out of the closet, I was known to dabble in my fair share of penis. So, shall we begin?
Let's.
Question number 1. Boy or girl? Both
Girl. Oh, sorry.
Someone's an eager little bunny.
My wife and I have really been hoping for a girl.
Of course. Who wouldn't want a bouncing baby girl? But we really want to give this child the best possible start in life, don't we?
I don't understand.
Oh, don't be alarmed. As your advisor, I'm just making sure we explore every available option.
Why wouldn't a girl be the right choice?
Let's be honest. It's a man's world out there. Something like 2 women every week die of domestic violence, not to mention all of that sexual harassment from puberty onwards. Hell, sometimes it starts before puberty. In fact, now I think about it, if you take the both of us and the 2 women at reception, on average, at least one of us has been raped.
Well, maybe...
No. Honey, you wanted a girl. I wanted a girl. We'd prefer a girl.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. So, obviously this is set in the future. I mean, I don't know what year this is, maybe 4,000 something, whatever. Mm-hmm. And this is the new way of making children now. You build a baby. You just go in there and boop, 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 and pick what you want. Mm-hmm. And she is just giving them the statistics and the facts on what you're choosing before you choose it. I mean, I'll start off with just, the initial human rights activist throwing a brick in her window. I mean, honestly, I don't feel as though you should play God like that. Whatever you get is what you get. But I do understand, if you had maybe 4 or 5 girls and you really want to have a son, then, hey, I get it. Going down to the specifics, right to the nitty gritty, where's the lie though? Because women, as a woman, you're automatically born a victim. instantly. And and that's, you're a victim for violence, you're a victim for, sexual assault, you're a victim in every way possible, and it literally starts from birth. Like, age doesn't protect you. This is not just for like when you get older. Like, just as a young child, you're born into having to protect yourself, and it's literally defense mode from day one. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And it's sad. Like, even I just wanted to point out the fact that she said, the constant sexual assault ever since puberty, and let's be frank, a lot of times it starts before that, and it's just like, oh, and it's very true. It is, because you'll see, certain people will say, that they need to dress this way, or don't wear shorts with Uncle such and such in the house, and things like that. And it's just like, for a child to have to worry and think about those things, and half the time they don't even know fully what's going on, is just really sad, disheartening, and it just is infuriating. It is. I agree. And lastly, just to add to that, she said something like, it's a man's world. And I mean, I had to point that out, because we did just put out a video where Chris from Ready to Love, if you're familiar with that show, he said it's a woman's world. Women are running the ish, and it's just not true. Like, women, see, we just have it so hard. A lot of people would like to say that there was a law passed in, I believe it was 1963, basically saying that, it has to be legal. Men and women have to make the same pay. But the fact of the matter is, at the job, there's no transparency. Shout out to I Have Two Q's. She pointed out in our comments that a bill that was recently brought up to Senate was a no. Rejected. Yeah, so, and that law would have required, transparency within the workplace, which would have allowed them to, without consequence, discuss their wages. Because how are you going to say, you'll pass a law that says, it's illegal to pay women less than men, but then you'll have a workplace standard that says, oh, you're not supposed to discuss wages. How am I supposed to know if I'm getting less if we can't talk about it? How can you know what I mean? They have certain things like that in play, which allows to keep us down here. People love to use that talking point. Well, it's illegal because it's been passed. Oh yeah, it's been passed, but how many other things are illegal that's still going under the radar? So, like she said, it's a man's world. Just things you have to think about when you're a woman, like when you're born a female. And not for nothing, when I got pregnant, I wished for a boy, because as a mom, you worry more about your daughters than you do your sons, just naturally, because you know what it's like growing up as a young girl, and you know how many negative, crazy, scary things can happen. So just out of fear, I always wanted a boy, initially. So, I mean, it's just reality. It's just a reality. That's one of the things I liked about this video, is that it's not just like made up facts and statistics. They're actually putting the real facts in this video. Like, oh my God, the 1 in 4 women. Yep. Statistically, like, that's a real thing. Like I said, it's thought-provoking video. So we're gonna keep it going. Just, brace yourself, because me watching this for the first time, I was just like, woo, this is a lot for me to absorb right now. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Okay.
Of course. Brilliant choice. Question number 2. Heterosexual or homosexual?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Straight or gay?
No, that's not... I know what that means. I meant you can do that.
But of course. Being gay is perfectly natural. Hundreds of creatures are known in the animal kingdom to be gay, and if it's natural, we can change it.
I don't think we're too concerned about her sexuality. We'd love her whatever.
That's right.
Of course, of course. Gay rights and all of that. We could make her bisexual and let her choose. But I have to ask you, are you sure? I only ask because Well, do you keep your marriage a secret? From your colleagues at work?
No.
Why would we need to do that?
Well, a quarter of gay people keep their relationship secret from their colleagues.
Because?
Well, let's be honest. It's quite the hassle being openly gay, isn't it? All those faggots thrown at them at school, never seeing themselves as the heroes. And, well, ever since the EU collapsed, only 20 countries in the world still bother to recognise gay marriage. Look, I say this as a person that's advised hundreds of parents, but perhaps it's best to side with caution on this one. After all, the right choice is the one that will keep your child safest.
Fine. Make her straight.
You won't regret it.
Again, thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you put it in this format, like if you had to choose, if you had the option to choose, what would you choose? It just kind of just sends your brain into a whirlwind. It's like, wow, what would I?
Right.
It's a lot to think about. Gay people deal with a lot. You know, even I hear people say all the time, and it irks me. You always hear people say, it's 2021. It's more accepted now. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. There's still hate crimes. There's so many transgender people being murdered.
Yep.
They're still going through stuff. Like, it just because it's 2021 doesn't mean it just stops now. Like,
Right.
oh, everybody's cool with being gay. No, everybody's not cool with people being gay.
Yeah, people's family literally disown them every day for being gay.
Literally. Still happens.
Yes.
They will be on the streets.
Yes. Like, they won't have anything to do with you. Doesn't matter how old you are. They don't care. And they send these people as young kids to all these religious camps where they try and get the gay out of them.
Right.
And that's like a whole nother level of mental abuse. So listen, to be straight in America is a privilege because the amount of nonsense you have to go through just to love the person who loves you back is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I am not a homosexual individual, so I can't speak on, their plight and everything that they've gone through between family members, school, bullying, just trying to find a partner in life. It's too much to handle.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm not gay either, but I have a good amount of gay friends. Seeing the things that they went through, I know some people who their family turned against them. I know some people who, their father stopped talking to them and things like that. So, or even friends that kind of just cut them off, looked at them funny and things. It's still happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's something that's incredibly difficult. And that's why it's kind of like when people are like, oh, well, it's a choice to be gay. It's like, I highly doubt if they had a choice, they would be out here just suffering for the sake of suffering. No. Like if they could just turn on a straight button and not have to deal with all of the stuff that they have to deal with. I'm just saying. So I just think it's interesting that this video is called The Right Choice because it's like...
You notice she said the right choice.
Is keeping your child safe, right? The right choice. Because it's like... It's like, dang, is it the right choice? It's like you're taking away their ability to be who they would be naturally. Right. But you're like, oh, but I'm keeping them safe. So it's just...
Is
inner conflict
safety more important than having a certain level of
freedom, free will?
Yeah, like, I don't know. That's a tough one. But you guys let us know in the comments what you guys would choose. So far, there's two choices, either girl or boy, straight or homosexual. What would you choose? Or would you just,
let them rock
let
out.
it go, like just choose nothing, let it happen naturally?
So now this is the last question, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what this one is. So let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And now for our final question. What skin colour would you like? These are the colours that we can offer. And before you ask, we can't make your baby bright blue. That's illegal.
That one, please.
Of course. Now, again, as your advisor, I just want to make sure we're making the right choice for your baby. With this choice of skin colour, your baby can expect to be 4 to 5 times more likely to be stopped by the police than the average person. Of course, not when she's a baby. I mean, that would be weird. I mean, when she grows up. If your baby has a degree, she will be 2.5 times more likely to be unemployed and can also expect to earn 23% less than white people with the same degree. She's 3 times more likely to be murdered, 7 times more likely to be detained under the mental health legislation, and 3 times more likely to be permanently excluded from school. So, not great news, I'm afraid.
What on earth can we do to fix that?
Well, you can maybe have a baby that starts with a W.
We should have a witty baby.
Starts with a W and has an E in there.
A wise baby?
Come on, people.
A Welsh baby?
No, Holy Mother. A baby that's why?
A white baby?
Great idea.
You want us to Michael Jackson our baby?
No, of course not. But everybody wants to give their child the best possible start in life, don't they? Just think about what white skin gives you. Better chance of staying out of prison, higher wages, more acting jobs, less profiling. Almost every aspect of her life will be better.
Are you completely insane? You want me to give birth to a white baby?
Hey, well, that's a little racist.
A little? There's no way we're having a baby that will make everyone think she's been sleeping with a milkman.
Oh, well, actually, our milkman's black.
Whatever.
Okay. I'm just trying to help you make the right choice. How about you meet me halfway?
An Asian baby?
No. I mean, many of my clients have chosen a shade that's slightly lighter than they are themselves. For example, if you go a couple of shades lighter, that would reduce the average number of police stops by approximately half.
But she wouldn't look like us.
On the contrary, there's a difference between facial structure and skin tone. She would look like a mixture of you both. I can guarantee it. The only difference is that she might have a slightly lighter shade.
We've done pretty well so far.
Oh, there's no argument there.
So she could do okay.
But can you guarantee it?
You can't guarantee it either.
Of course. But when you can't guarantee, doesn't everyone make a choice that's as close as possible? Why choose a horse that's 1,000 to 1 when you can choose one that's 2 to 1? What's important to bear in mind here is this. If you make the right choice, your daughter can have a much better life. There are always problems. Life is full of them. But making the right choice today will mean that life will be just that little bit easier. She can grow up into a young woman and be happy. And in the end, isn't that what we all want?
It's just so strange.
I know it feels like that now, but of the 600 or so clients I've seen so far, over 350 of them have chosen a shade lighter than themselves, and nobody around them has been any the wiser.
That many?
I know all of my clients, and I know none of them have regretted their choice. I can show you some testimonials if you like.
Has anyone asked to be darker?
Well, I'm not... It's possible that some of my colleagues have been asked.
But not you.
But let's not worry about that. After all, we're not Superman. We can't turn the world backwards and make it better. So, what's your choice?
Okay. Yeah. We'll make her a shade lighter.
And that brings our first session to an end. Oh, this is so exciting. I love making babies, and I hope you've enjoyed it too.
Okay. Hey, Sugar and Spice Gang. This is Sugar from the editing room. We also just wanted to point out that we thought it was interesting that the advisor was actually a gay Black woman, and she was trying to basically convince them to have something that was the complete opposite. All right, continue enjoying the video. Bye, guys.
I mean, the statistics were all there. Getting paid less than their white counterparts, less likely to get profiled. If you have a lighter skin tone or if you're white, you're less likely to get expelled from school. Like, this is starting from school age and up. Like, so basically your whole life is defined or influenced by the color of your skin. I am a dark-skinned woman, right? If I had to choose what color my children would be, I mean, if I knew that my son would be 5 times less likely to get pulled over by the cops, if I make him a lighter skin tone, does that make me wrong for wanting him to be a lighter shade? Is that?
And that's the interesting part about this video. It's like the right choice. The right choice is like, okay, you want to say the right choice is like keeping them safe, make sure they're having a great life, but it's like it hurt to think like I would rather them be lighter.
To me, it's sad because we're not able to change society. Like, right. We're not able to change the world that we live in.
Like she said, so we can't
go back in time.
Make it better.
So now you're left with just trying to find other ways to make survival as safe and as easy as possible for your children. And that's why when we talk about white privilege, like when African Americans or Black people in general, when we all talk about white privilege, it baffles me how people really don't.
They say it's not real.
See that it's so apparent.
I have the same opportunities as the rest of us. It's like you can literally look at all the studies and facts and the statistics.
Yes,
it's all there.
Yes.
So I don't. What are you missing? It's like I feel like if you're ignorant, it's because you choose to be. Yeah. Because it's very blatant, it's very in your face, and it's very obvious.
It is.
That is why.
I think people get it mixed up because they feel like, oh, you're saying, like me saying that you have privilege because even to skin tone, we're both Black. Like me saying that she has privilege because she's lighter than me, that doesn't mean that she automatically has a better life than me.
Right.
That just means that statistically, this, that, and this
right.
is less likely
right.
to be an issue for her as she walks through life. But that doesn't guarantee her an easy life. And it also doesn't guarantee me a hard life either. Like she said, why buy a horse that's 1,000 to 1 when you could get one that's 1 to 2? I could still be a millionaire as a dark-skinned Black woman with all the disadvantages that I have.
It's just,
but
the likeliness and the odds that you would have to face as opposed to a white person,
a white male, is just a completely different walk of life, completely different statistics, completely different opportunities, numbers, and everything set up for that person. That doesn't mean I can't do it, but I mean the likelihood of me being able to do it. And then for my children as well to be able to do it. Because now I am, by procreating, I am pretty much giving my disadvantages to all of my children. All of my disadvantages in life, I'm giving to them. And it's a sad way of thinking about it, but it's literally the truth. Like, I'm giving my child a false start. Like, because at the end of the day, the way the world is set up is not for people like us to win. So it's a sad truth, but it's at the end of the day, it is the truth.
Right.
And I mean, the first step is knowing what you're going against. Once you know what you're going against, now you know you can come up with the game plan on how you want to, you know, attack that going forward. Because
I think it's easy for people to say, you know, given the choice, would you do this? And they're like, oh, heck no, I wouldn't do that. But it's like, we don't have the choice. And if you did, everything changes.
What would you choose? And speaking of all those statistics, if people were given the choice, she said 350 out of her 600 clients went a shade lighter, assuming obviously not all 600 of her clients were Black. So out of those who are Black or of a darker shade, let's say 400, 350 of them chose a shade lighter or to go a shade or more lighter.
Like, no.
So are we going to have a world full of
light-skinned,
white, Eurocentric men, all men? Because those are the...
Isn't that crazy?
And then if that was the case, so what does that mean? Like, that majority of the people are going to be all white men because you have the best odds of being successful, because that's what the society deems as, you know,
acceptable.
Yeah, acceptable, and
it's the safest
where all
way.
all the privileges lie. Like, is that what we're gonna have a world full of if people were really given the choice?
Because I doubt.
Yeah, I think so.
If people were giving the choice,
oh yeah,
that would be the reality.
That would be the reality.
And there's no white people walking in that office like, yeah, let me get a Black, dark-skinned baby.
No.
It's not happening.
Absolutely not. And then guess what? There's going to be a demand for people to have, they'll probably start paying people to have girls.
Babies, yeah.
Because nobody wants to have them because look at the rates. It's sad. It's sad, but it's the truth. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, what will my choices be? I wouldn't make any choices, to be honest with you. I would just take whatever God gave me because I don't feel comfortable making these kinds of decisions. I feel like there's always consequences to your actions.
I don't know if you ever seen a movie called The Monkey's Paw. It's like you make a wish, but the wish doesn't turn out how you think.
That's how I was. You know what I mean?
Like it's always a weird twist to it where it's like actually could possibly be a negative in the end.
So it's like you could have this white male, you know, straight baby, and then who's to say that this baby doesn't turn out to hate his parents because
be a drug addict
or you know, be racist, be one of the people who are doing the hate crimes and profiling and do you
really sit there and think about it. For me in particular, it hurts. It really burns a little bit, like, to think about that, like the odds that are against us because we are Black women, so it's like double negative, you know, on our part, and it's kind of saddening. Not even kind of, it is saddening. Like, it's hurtful. But what can you do? Like you said, it's our reality.
I'm waiting for things to change, but you know, we got to take things into our own hands. That's why it's so important for us to support each other, uplift each other, you know, and not spread, you know, those negative stereotypes of people of color. Even if you're Caucasian and you're not racist, also just racist agendas of Black people, your mindset.
To use your voice.
Yeah.
To stop it when you see it.
Yes.
You know, because you guys have that privilege. So you should use that privilege to be an ally.
Right. And to educate people and to also just educate yourself as well. And it's sad to say that even myself, I'm constantly getting educated every single day. And I'm living this life. But just because I'm living this life doesn't mean that everybody's experiences are my experiences. Right. So everybody has, you know, a voice, a story, you know, something that they have to say, and we should all have open ears and listen to it, because just because it's not our reality doesn't mean that it's not a reality for them.
You can't just say it's not happening or it doesn't happen.
Absolutely.
Because it didn't happen to you.
Exactly. And I think that's where a lot of the disconnect is for a lot of people. If it didn't happen to them or they didn't see it growing up, they think it's not real.
I always thought that was interesting how you hear white people say that, oh, well, you know, black people don't get profiled. Racism doesn't exist. How would you know? You're not black.
Right.
When would you ever experience that to know if it's really happening or not?
Exactly.
And that's when you have to zip it. Because you can't tell us about our experience.
Right.
You can't tell us what we go through
Just
and what
listen.
we deal with. Exactly. Your job is to listen, accept what you're hearing, understand that what we're telling you is our experience. If we are all saying the same thing, that's our experience.
Right.
So we're just making this up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to silence us. That's not an ally. Like me being Beyonce and she's an unknown artist, and it's like, yeah, I'm the one who has the star power. Everybody knows me, so what I'm gonna do so she can get her shine is pass her the mic and let everybody hear what she has to say.
Right.
That's being an ally.
Right.
Like I said, you cannot say it's not real or it's not happening because it has not happened to you.
Absolutely.
You know, like we said, we can't speak on, even though I know it's happening, but we can't speak on like the homosexual experience, right? Because how would I know? I have seen it in particular, like being out with my gay friends. That's how, you know, even if I didn't think it was really happening, I've seen it happen. But if I just had straight friends all my life,
right?
Who am I to say, oh, there's no hate crimes against gay people? How would I know that? If I'm straight and everybody around me is straight, how would I know? Where would I see this happening?
Use every opportunity you can to prove those stereotypes wrong, break those barriers. And I mean, you can still be yourself, but also be yourself.
Right.
At the end of the day, when somebody says something small, like, "Ooh, you speak so proper. You talk like a white girl." No, I don't talk like a white girl.
Oh, Lord,
I talk like an adult. I talk like an adult,
articulate, functioning adult.
Yes, that's how I speak. Okay, like little things like that.
Yeah, get rid of ban those microaggressions.
Yes. Oh wow, you have good hair. What do you mix with? We have to stop that.
All of it.
All of those little.
Even are you mixed?
Right.
No, because you're like a little lighter. And are you mixed?
No.
Stop
we
all
don't
that.
Have to. Yeah, we don't have to do that. We don't have to. We have to stop doing that because we do that to each other
within the community.
Yes, and just love everybody.
That's it. And that's all.
That's it. That's all. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. You know, this is a lot different from what we typically do. We're gonna be doing more breakdowns. We're gonna be doing more sugar and spice advices, and just touching on different topics that away from reality TV, just so that we could get to know you guys, hear your thoughts, bring this channel on a different level, and just always just really have those hard conversations, because these hard conversations need to be had. And
this channel represents us, so it's like, even though yes we watch reality TV, yes we laugh and we kiki, but also we talk about these types of things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's just, we're just giving you another side of us.
Yes.
That you haven't seen yet. So that's basically what we're doing.
Yeah. And let us know what you guys think of this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share it, and also subscribe.
Also, don't forget, if you need advice, email us at sugarandspice88@gmail.com.
Yes.
And we will answer your question on sugar and spice advice.
Yes. And also hit that notification bell so that you can know when we drop a new video. And follow us on all our social medias: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Sugar and Spice 88. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.
Good morning.
Good energy.
Today we gon' spread
Good energy.
Today we gon' share
Good energy.
I go to work.
Today gon' be a great day.
Good
Wake
energy.
up, thank God, drink water, meditate,
Good
first
energy.
dictate your whole